Good morning everyone and welcome to Stryda Stadium for the Capital Premier League Men's Under23's Grand Final. This morning's game is between Canberra Juventus FC and ANUFC and will kick off at 11:30. For your information, if the game ends in a draw, there will be a period of half an hour extra time, 2 15-minute periods, and if the teams are still level, the match will be decided by penalty kicks. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land we are meeting on, the Ngunnawal and Ngambri people, and pay our respects to their elders past, present and future. Spectators must comply with all terms of admission, including provisions relating to security screening, intoxication and items that are prohibited by law or restricted by policy from being brought into the venue. Any person who does not comply with this spectator code of behaviour or who otherwise causes a disturbance may be evicted from the venue and may be banned from attending future matches. Furthermore, the use of flares or incendiary devices is strictly forbidden at this venue, and those who set off flares or incendiary devices in today's game will face immediate expulsion from the venue. We'll be back shortly with this afternoon's teams.
Can I please have something or something? I forgot my hat. As I do every year. Yeah. Every year in this game, I forget my hat because I forget how early in the morning. Yeah, we don't have it. Here we go. It's always my turn. Where's that capital defending village with that? Have we got the screen? Lovely work, mate. It's not wrong because I've got my coat on. Yeah. But it's also, you know what, like, ever since the, it's actually
Yeah, well, the light reflects from the sun.
Alex, 3 coffees, please, mate.
With sugar, without sugar?
Do you want a coffee?
Are you serious?
No, I'll take one.
Just one.
Could I get see if Steve wants one? Steve, do you want a coffee? Cold drink? Can you have a Coke, no sugar or something? Is that okay?
They're up there.
Are they up there? Oh,
The back
if there's
three.
some up there, we'll grab them.
What about the coffee? You want coffee?
If you've got one. Just
Yeah,
a
what do you want?
flat white, if that's okay.
Flat white with sugar?
No, thank you.
So the back fridge for the drinks?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here are your starting lineups for the first game, the Under-23 Grand Final. Starting with Juventus, number 27, Adam Exhaus. Number 39, Noah Logan. Number 24, Jasper Millen. Number 36, Angus Murray. Number 18, Bryn Piroinen. Number 29, Alex Racosta. Number 6, James Racosta. Number 20, in goal, Ari Rufakolas. And number 35, Rocco Sergi. Number 32, James Stoddart. And number 31, Jai Time. On the bench for Juventus today, number 28, Bryn de Vries. Number 37, Joshua Kelly. Number 34, Emmanuel Papanikolaou. And number 23, Alex Tarasi. And number 25, Matteo Vardanega. Head coach, Neil Stoddart. Manager, Michael Tarasi. Now for ANU Football Club, starting lineup, number 28, Harry Cirillo. Number 5, Lewis Dobbin. Number 40, Noah Edwards. Number 4, Matthew Gategood. Number 39, Nicholas Grandy. Number 34, Benjamin Hatfield. Number 27, Yan Lam. Number 11, Sachin Sikari. Number 13, Cooper Terry. Number 22, Max Rawlinson. On the bench for ANU, number 24, Jamal Abdel Nasser. Number 37, Ethan Berman. Number 29, Declan Remolo. Number 45, Karma Nima. And number 8, Benjamin Ward. And in goal for ANU, number 44, Oliver Van Hagen. Head coach, Matthew Shepley. Manager, Jake Sheehan. And assistant coach, Tom Crossley. Today's officials for the game, referee Ben Cracknell, assistant referees Cameron Wallace and Vince Cosentini, and fourth official, Lachlan Richard.
Let's sort this out. Okay. That's you, my friends. Oh my god. Oh my god, it says you driven from the other side of the country. Oh, that's cozy on mate. Why can't I hear anything? I'm not getting any noise, mate. If I am, it's very quiet. Can you turn me up?
Basically, your headset is connected to the camera.
Why is that?
Because I lost my enormous stuff technologies.
That one's better. I can actually hear myself speak.
Because that one's direct.
Yeah, okay. I'll use this one. morning and welcome to the Riverside Stadium for Capital Premier League Under-23 Grand Final day. Canberra Juventus versus ANU. Joining me, Steve Forshaw. It doesn't seem that long ago that we were chatting, Steve, but I've never really said good morning very often.
No, it's not.
But here we are.
Yeah, not very often that we're on at this time of the day, but lovely day for it. Pitch looks a little bit patchy, but certainly good enough to give us some entertainment at this early kick-off.
It's our one time a year that we get out of bed before midday to do commentary. I was just talking to Justin Kampowski, who's on camera today, and we'll be bringing you some fantastic footage, of course, of this and the first great match between Canberra Olympic and ANU a little later on, 2:30. We never hear in the daytime.
No.
It's always the night time. It's always dark, and it's the sun's beating down. It's cool in the air, isn't it? There's a little bit of a breeze, which is going to make it nice for the players out there as well. But great morning for football here in Queanbeyan. And the grand final day we saw yesterday, it's bizarre. If you can get off to an opening start, like both Balconnen and Tigers did in the women's and men's competitions, you can win this in the first 10 minutes of the contest.
Yeah. Look, it's an old cliche that you need to be in the game right from the first minute, and you still need to be in it as the game draws to a close. And we saw yesterday that early goals really set it up for a team to sort of go on and collect the silverware that they've been aiming for all season.
Well, these two teams finished 1 and 2 in the league table. ANU were top, 48 points. Canberra Juventus was second, 46. They met 4 times this year. In the league, it was 1 win for Juventus, 1 win for ANU, and a draw. And in the qualification final, well, Juventus beat ANU 2-0. So ANU have only lost 4 games all season, twice to the team they're about to take on this afternoon.
History would suggest that perhaps Juventus just have the edge. I mean, since the window when Juventus brought in quite a few players, I think that would have strengthened their 23s that were already doing quite well anyway. And realistically, the 2 best teams in the competition have made the grand final. They finished 1 and 2, as you say. So it's a fitting end to the campaign for both of them, and probably how it should be in terms of purest thought.
Absolutely. Their front line at Juventus, which we'll go through in a minute, 32 goals between this trio this season. They've been in rare form, which is good as well. They've got another goal scorer who's got 9, who's not with the club anymore. So they've been banging in the goals, 60 of them in 21 games. So they've been often you find in these finals, it's the teams that can score from multiple areas that can win you the game. However, I'm looking at yesterday, we were just talking off air in there about the women's game, and we were talking about how players you might not expect can make the difference, and we were looking at the way that Kira Bobbin, Talia Backhouse, Pascal Hale, the ones you thought might make the difference, were quite well contained. Foxalina Roberts with a hat-trick.
Yeah, it's the wonderful world of football when little things like that, little twists occur, and it just adds grist to the mill. So you look at this game, you look at Juventus's front 3, and you go, bags of goals there, bags of goals there, bags of goals from midfield. And there's probably going to be a defender that comes up with a double.
It might well be. I tell you what did happen last night, and what we might have expected was William Akio to be on fire, the South Sudanese international. He didn't take long, did he? 100 seconds to give his team the lead, and then he scored again shortly afterwards just to make sure. He might have had a hat-trick. He was denied by a tight offside flag. Tomodero Ogawa came off the bench and added the third, and Tigers, well, they roared in the grand final for the first time since 2012, only their 3rd ever grand final victory, 2006, 2012, 2025, and I can tell you that there were some very pleased Tigers players and board members last night.
Yes, and they thoroughly deserved it on the performance throughout the year, and certainly on the performance last night. They were the better team last night for large parts of the game. Monero gave a good account of themselves, but after those 2 early goals from Akio, it was really a tough task for them to get back in the game. There was a period in the first half where I thought they might have done, but they needed to score and didn't create enough, and I'm sure they'll be working on that and thinking and regrets about not being able to create as many scoring opportunities as they needed. And in the end, comfortable 3-0 win for Tigers.
And it might have been different. There was that moment from Conor Minott-Smith about 10 minutes from the end where he spent that free kick to the top corner. William Lejeune made a fantastic save to keep his team in it. And goalkeepers can have their part as well. We watched the Under-23's yesterday. It was Tigers against, my brain's gone.
Canberra,
Croatia. 2-1 up, final seconds of the game.
defender slips, strikers in, Josh Smith makes an exceptional save to effectively win him his team the grand final. So you've got to be good. We're talking about goals, we're talking about put them in. You've got to have your goalkeeper on form as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for a goalkeeper to make a save like he did yesterday in the dying embers of the game, it's like scoring the winning penalty from a penalty shootout. So that, as much as anything else, won Tigers the Under-23 grand final yesterday. And we said before the main game last night that the goalkeepers would have to play a part, and William Lejeune certainly did with that world-class save.
For the dinosaurs amongst us, those of us that have been around for a long time in this game, isn't it fantastic to see the black and white of Juventus in a grand final on the big stage again? Yes, it's the Under-23's in the CPL, but it's fantastic to see the flags are going to be here, the support down to our left is going to be here as well. It's brilliant to see them back performing at this kind of level.
It is, and I think the Italian community will get behind their boys today, and like you say, it'll create a very decent atmosphere, and that will add to the spectacle that is the grand final today.
We're expecting the crowd to build throughout the day. Oh, thanks, Alex. Time. Just brought me a coffee. That'll keep me going for a little bit. We're expecting the crowd to build throughout the day, aren't we? I mean, ANU brought some good noise last week in the first grade competition. Canberra Olympic, well, I mean, they might bring a fair few. We'll hope that they will as well. That one should be a cracker later. So we will see how we go. Let's have a look at the two teams before they come out. Juventus, Niall Stoddart, there's a name that you'll know from last as well. Yep. Good player himself back in the day. They've gone with a 4-3-3 formation. Everyone seems to be playing 4-3-3 with the holding midfielder these days.
It's NATO standard.
It is. Ari Rufa, unless you're Rupert Amorim. He just goes against the grain. Ari Rufagalis in goal for the Juventus. Brim Piranen and J-Teen are the full-backs. Noah Logan and Jasper Millen will be the central defenders. James Stoddart will patrol in front of them, with James Racosta and Alex Racosta in front of him. The front three seems Adam Exarchos with 16 goals this season on the right, Adam Murray with 9 on the left, Rocco Sergi with 8 down the middle. The bench sees Alex Tarazi, Matteo Vardenegger, Ryan De Vries, Emmanuel Papanikolai and Joshua Kelly. It's a solid-looking unit. It's a side that's been quite settled for most of the year.
Look, they finished second in the competition. They knocked ANU over in the qualifying final. There is no doubt that they'll come into this game today full of confidence, because they know that they've got the quality to actually take ANU on and beat them.
ANU, though, are very versed in this occasion at this level. This is their third successive grand final in the Under-23 competition. They pick a 4-3-3. Surprise, surprise. Oliver Van Hagen in goal. Sounds like a Dutch international. Sorry, Olivier Van Hagen in nets for them. Matt Gategood at right back, Nick Grandy at left back, Cooper Terry alongside Ben Hadfield in the centre of defence. Midfield three sees Yen Lan as the 6, with Harry Cirillo and Lewis Dobbin in front of him. Their front three, Max Rawlinson on the right, Sachin Sukari on the left, and Noah Edwards leads the line, the captain, who normally plays in midfield, but there was a little change to the team through an injury, so they've had to shake things up. He will go up top. Ben Ward, Ethan Berman, Carmen Nima, Jamal Abdel Nasir and Declan Mamelo are the substitutes.
Look, they're minor premiers, league champions. Very, very consistent outfit. Seen them play a couple of times this year against Belconnen, and they've acquitted themselves very well. In Sakari up front, they've got a player that's got abundance of pace. They do like to play with the fullbacks getting high. They do play a relatively high line, but they've been very, very successful in this competition over the years, and that experience might just count for them.
Benjamin Cracknell for the first time in a grand final in the middle. Very pleased to be here. Cameron Wallace and Vince Cosentini are on the lines. Lachlan Lee Chang will patrol the technical areas with no problem, I'm sure.
I'm sure. All the best to the referee on his debut on a grand final then. I hope he has a good game.
Well, we hope so. As I mentioned, 4 matches between the two teams in 2025. Juventus have won 2 and you won. 1 has ended in a draw. Across those 5 games, Juventus have scored 5 goals and you've managed 2 in response. Juve have kept 3 clean sheets in succession. So whether that is a good form against them, it's good to... It's always... Whilst it doesn't matter what's happened previously, I mean, from my personal experience as playing, if I know I'm playing against a team that we've beaten, if I know I'm playing against a team that we've scored against, there's always that psychological edge going, well, I know we've done this.
Yeah, that's right.
We can do it again, no matter what the occasion might be.
Yeah, I think grand finals do add sort of different level of apprehension, though. And look, these two teams will go into this game, and after the first couple of minutes, probably even now, they're not thinking about what happened during the season. They're just thinking about what have we got to do? What are our jobs? How do we carry that task out for the full 90 minutes plus?
Well, ANU in the orange, Juventus in their traditional black and white stripes.
The customary huddle. I've never known, I can't work out what difference this makes, that you get into the huddle and go rah, rah, rah. It just never, everybody does it, so it must have some effect.
We always used to go in and just, I'll be like, okay, fair enough. Let's move on.
When I played, you used to go in and put your cigarette out.
Sometimes, depending on the level, they didn't even do that.
No. Actually, I was reading about Jimmy Greaves. Jimmy Greaves didn't warm up. He sat in the change room, had a cigarette, and then went out and played. Only won the Golden Boot.
Do you know what? If you ever watch videos of Jimmy Greaves scoring goals, there's a little bit of Leo Messi in there, isn't there? The way he ghosted players.
He was some striker.
Yeah, I mean, he scored goals.
He finished top scorer in the English First Division, now known as the Premier League, on half a dozen occasions. I mean, that's some record.
His goals to game ratio was incredible,
yeah.
Jimmy Greaves. If you don't know who we're talking about, get yourself onto Google, have a look at him. Former Tottenham and Chelsea player. Went and played for AC Milan, if memory serves me right, for a season or so as well.
He certainly went to Italy.
Yeah, didn't enjoy it too much, but came back.
Said there was too many foreigners.
Was in the 1966 World Cup squad with
he
England.
actually started.
But then was left out.
For Roger Hunt.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then didn't get a medal, did he, for ages, because they only gave them away to those.
The starting 11, yeah.
But they rectified that. Anyway, we digress. Off into hinterlands of years yonder. As we wait for these teams to get us underway. Lovely Sunday afternoon, morning.
We started early last night, so they've got some credits.
Yeah, absolutely. But now we're starting late.
Starting late. I mean, we're already 2 minutes past kickoff.
It's the huddle. It's Sal doing the photos. You've got to get out here a little bit earlier, chaps.
And now we've got to go and check the nets. Well, it won't be right, so...
Were you on last week when I was having a whinge about this with Ian? Did you hear about that?
No.
Said one of my... Ian's pet hates were goalkeepers taking not taking goal kicks and players having blankets. Said my pet hates balls not being pumped and this, because they go check the nets, and if there's a hole in it, then we have another 10 minutes of wait. When we could have done that while everyone's in the changing room.
Well, yeah, as long as I mean, obviously, you've got to wait till the warm-ups are finished, but there's plenty of time between then and kick-off.
Well, here we go then.
Definitely looks like 2 4-3-3s for us.
Unsurprisingly. Juve to get us underway. Taking the goal to our left in the first half. Early knock up towards Angus Murray, who will put the pressure on straight away. A fast start would be good for both teams.
Yeah, the thing to avoid, of course, if it's, yes, you want to get a fast start, but you don't want to be on the wrong end of a fast start, so you've got to make sure that...
And what are we doing here?
Flat ball.
I'm just going to pack my toys and go home, because...
You would pick them up out of off the floor because you've thrown them
out the pram. I'm not a happy boy at this time of the morning.
It is early.
Yeah, it's crazy though, isn't it? Like I say, we just spent a good hour and a half with the teams here.
There's no excuse for the balls being flat, that's for sure. Anyway.
I'm going to check it. It's all good. And Noah Logan could just roll it to Jasper Millen and we'll try and play some football. Happy to go long. Picked out in the middle. Opportunity for Rawlinson to turn. He's got some pace, Max Rawlinson.
Yeah.
That's well run back by James Racosta, one of the two Racostas in the team, and that's a ball over the top. It's going to break here for Rocco Sergi.
The one thing
lands there, sorry.
Yes, my fault. One thing you can guarantee with ANU and any team that Tommy Crossley is remotely involved with, and I think he's sitting on the bench as the assistant coach today, they will be tremendously well organised.
We saw that in the first grade last week, didn't we, against Belconnen, when they got their noses in front, hard to break down. Cooper Terry sends that one long, give it Sakari, well won by Millen. Break Kicks into midfield for Lewis Dobbin. A few games in the first grade last year. First touch for Van Hagen. And we see this. This is how they played in the first grade team. Ben Hadfield will bring it forward. And they don't mind these long diagonals, and that one's searching out Sakari. It's a cracker, and he might get in here.
Yeah, it's
a good effort.
Lovely ball. And he caused Belconnen all sorts of troubles last week down that left-hand side. And first opportunity falls to ANU. Lovely diagonal switch of play in behind the defenders, and the finish didn't quite match the build-up, but it was a blueprint for what we might see throughout the game.
Here's Jade Teen. One of the Teen family won a winners' medal yesterday for Belconnen Women's.
Perfect season, wasn't it, for Belconnen Women's?
Yeah, 25 played, 25 won.
You can't do much better than that.
Well, I just wonder where they go next year. They won all four trophies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only ways down, isn't it? And like we said yesterday, it wasn't an easy season. There's some good players in there. Rawlinson, that's a good ball. The chase is on. It's Lewis Dobbin putting the effort in. It's James Stoddart.
I think the way the season's panned out, it may just set up a team like Belconnen for 2 or 3 seasons of success, unless the rest of the competition can massively improve. I mean, Olympic are a good side, and they've been beaten 4-0 in a grand final, so I'm sure Frank Keisha will be thinking about ways to improve that output, but Belconnen very, very strong in the women's program.
Good football side. Got their awards. Piranham with the throw. Back from Racosta, that's James Racosta. Millen's got time, and we'll find Logan.
Is he Davy Millen, Jumbler?
Well, the names rings a bell, don't they? Yeah. So maybe he is. Seems to be of the right age. Sweeping crossfield ball from Noah Edwards, who we're led to believe is going to lead the line today.
Well, he's not the best cross he's ever put in, but it's just early stages. You can see that Juventus are trying to master and get dominance in the middle of the park, but ANU are just prepared to go that little bit longer, a little bit more direct, and it's paid a dividend.
Working this nicely, Sakari, Edwards, went wide. Randy's ball in. Couldn't be taken in. And he's still putting the pressure on.
Yeah, they've made a good start, haven't they?
They're looking comfortable at the moment in possession. Yen Lan has it back from Ben Hadfield. 1 goal to his name, but he's prompting and probing and looking for the width that Grandy provides. And they'll win the first corner of the game, and as is their want, ANU, plenty of height in their teams. And they will send forward Matt Gategood and Ben Hadfield.
Yeah,
Matt Gategood might be one of the biggest fullbacks we've seen.
They are a big side generally, aren't they? This could be a real advantage for ANU in both penalty areas, but certainly in an attacking sense.
Rawlinson will take, might be the first test for Ari Rufagalis in the Juventus goal.
Certainly a crowd of people in front of him.
Rawlinson whips that into the danger area. It was well cleared, only comes out here as far as Cirillo. Now the break might be on for Juventus. The charging Angus Murray. He's got runners down the middle, and there was a chance for Adam Exarchos to be put away. Couldn't find him. Lewis Dobbin.
Right idea, poor execution. Otherwise, ANU might have been struggling to deal with that.
Edwards wins the header. Cirillo to this near side. Plenty of space for Gategood. Well, he's given that away to Exarchos. Didn't look where he was passing it. Adam Exarchos ghosting around that front three, isn't he? Allowed to do what he wants in that area.
I think he and Cirillo might just hold the key to any ANU success. Busy little midfielder. Plays sort of as an 8, 6'8". Gets forward when he can, but he's capable of creating things from that little bit deeper area.
Millen goes down the line, touched, allows Grandy to step in. Edwards. Bit loose from the skipper. One backs by Alex Racosta, who finds James Racosta. Juventus, when they do get it, struggling to keep it at the moment.
Yeah, well, both teams probably guilty of that a little bit.
Cirillo. To go back to Cooper Terry.
Certainly ANU've settled the best of the two. If there was any opening minute nerves, the ANU players have shed them and are looking reasonably comfortable. That's a good ball.
You find some space for Yen Lan. Dobbin. Gategood again providing the width. Good piece of defensive work by Teen. Chipped forward by Noah Logan. He was trying to get rid of that. And this might be a corner kick for ANU.
Oh, it is too.
Came off the boot, I believe, of Noah Logan.
That's a good pickup, Ross. You did well, that.
For a Sunday morning, it is.
I know.
Usually on my 14th coffee by now, just catching up on highlights from last night.
Yeah. I managed to watch to almost half-time of the United game, and that was enough for
good
me.
work for you, mate. That's quite late.
It is.
Rawlinson will take. I was in bed well before that. Swung in, and Rufigales just plucks it out of the air. I went to bed before the end of Coventry-Leicester.
Well, I watched the mighty Leeds United destroy Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Get some points.
Needed points too.
It's well won by Racosta, but the free kick is given.
Could have gone either way there. They were
Rawlinson was
both
brought down.
6 and 2 threes, I think.
Speaking of games last night, Bolton Wanderers won their derby 4-1 against
4-1,
Wigan, 25,500.
I know, good crowd.
Great
wasn't it?
crowd for a League One fixture.
I was speaking to Thomas Harold Forshaw, my father, this morning, who is a Bolton Wanderers fanatic, and he was absolutely delighted.
He's not convinced they played Swindon again, was he?
No.
That was a funny conversation, that one. Okay, good.
A lot of people confuse Plymouth and Swindon.
Yeah, long way away. Hadfield's looking for Gategood over the top. Easy for Rufigales, who's going to bowl it out here to Millen. Outside the qualification final loss to Juve, and you have gone 7 matches without defeat at this competition.
How often would these two teams have played here? Can't imagine that it would be very
I
often.
would say never. I mean,
Yeah.
ANU, some of these boys were here last year in the 23's final.
Yeah.
But you would not very often they play at these venues. ANU tend to play their matches at ANU South Oval, Juventus at Ainsley. Not quite as salubrious as these surroundings.
No.
Take them a while to settle into the area. ANU have only conceded 3 goals in their last 7 games before the final qualification final against these teams. They have the best defensive record in the division. Only conceded 14 in the regular season, 16 in 23 games overall.
They're a well-balanced side, aren't they? Goals up front, defensively strong. You would think that that would be the adequate recipe for success, but ANU are just as
well, I'm going
just as good.
Throw you one out here. Juventus, I mentioned their 3 clean sheets in succession. They last conceded a goal in mid-August against Canberra Olympic more than 300 minutes ago, which is that's also a recipe for success.
It is indeed.
So, you know, as you said before, 6-1 and 2 threes. Here's a chance for a break for Rocco Sergi. He'll come back for the free kick. Good referee in there by Benjamin Cracknell.
Well, I think the hallmark of good refereeing performance is that you don't know he's there, and up till now you wouldn't know that the referee was there. He's actually kept the game under control. He hasn't interrupted the flow. He started really well. He does have a growing reputation as a referee.
Yeah, the Cracknell boys, both of them do, don't they?
Yeah.
Juventus trying to create their first real meaningful opening of the contests. We've had 12 minutes, and as I say that,
Yes.
just take JT, just took his eye off the ball. Gone early, Gategood looking for Edwards. It's come off Logan's arm,
It did.
completely accidentally. Edwards back for Gategood, and it's out of play. They might want the free kick now.
Yeah. It's a cruel game, football, isn't it?
Well, this time, yesterday in both finals, it was 2-0.
Yes. Yes.
Not quite the fireworks of those two. Speaking of fireworks, my family went out to the Gunning firework display last night.
Did they enjoy themselves?
They did enjoy themselves. Freezing cold though, because the temperature last night wasn't warm.
It was cold at McKellar.
Had to put the heating back on. I'd already turned it off.
Yeah, no. My good lady wife had the heating on, wrapped up in her dressing gown last night. Very attractive picture.
It was very warm. I just sat in my car for 5 minutes while I heated and warmed my hands back up. The last night's grand final action. You're watching the CPL Under23's here live from Stryda Park, home of the Monero Panthers, beaten in the grand final yesterday. They'll be back for more next year, no doubts. Millen, bit of space in which to work something. Exarchos comes deep to collect.
Not quite the hectic pace that we saw from the games yesterday, but you know, you're dropping a couple of levels in quality perhaps, but this game means a lot to both teams, so it's going to be, I think, a relatively cagey opening. And certainly, although ANU have settled best, nobody's created any goal-scoring opportunity of note.
Yeah, neither goalkeeper unduly troubled in the opening stages. Ari Rufagalis. His brother's a decent striker. Nick Rufagalis.
I wondered, I thought I'd heard the name before.
Sakari looking to weave some magic. It's going to come for Edwards and a chance for Dobbin to bring it forward and swing it into the box. And it's missed, or it almost came through. They've won it back as a shout for a penalty there.
Yeah.
It was right inside the box, not given. And James Racosta will bring it away for a relieved Juventus.
Yeah, I think if we were given an opportunity to see that again, we might be questioning that decision. But he was in a good spot again.
Great spot, wasn't it? But where we were, it looked dubious. Not many complaints, though, from those in orange.
No.
And I say not many, absolutely none, apart from the player who was poleaxed.
Yeah.
Logan forward. Giving it away, and here's a chance for Edwards. Hasn't quite got the pace to get there, but he's tenacious. Physical.
Yeah, physically strong, and it almost got him into a good spot. Good defending, though. Good cover defending from the Juventus players. Dealt with the threats.
I'm led to believe that, I don't watch much of the 23s, of course, but I'm led to believe Noah Edwards prefers to be in the 8 role, a bit deeper. 8 or a 10, where he skippers the side normally, but he's been tasked with leading the line with the changes they've had to make.
Yeah, I don't think, from what we've seen so far and what I saw last week, he's the sort of player that's going to be able to make those dashing runs in behind a back four and, you know, threaten them with his pace. So I think they've got to use his feet, bring other people into the game.
Not surprisingly, they play very much like their first grade team, don't they? And he's almost like the Under-23's version of Alistair Moore, who leads the line like that for ANU. Sakari.
So if you're an Olympic player, you'll be watching this and just seeing how well they play, and maybe that can add to your possibilities of winning.
Do you know what? I don't think players watch many other games these days,
I don't think they do. No. There's only lunatics like me and you do that.
Absolutely. Racosta. It's James Racosta.
Unlucky. Got a bad bounce, but it's definitely handball, depending on what the rule for handball is today.
No one knows, my friend.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Getkin's ball over the top. Met at the back by Millen. Will break into midfield for James Racosta. Been busy in the opening stages, just picking up loose balls in and around that area. Britton Piranen can bring it forwards.
Oh, that looked a bit agricultural. Shoulder to shoulder, he said.
Rawlinson under pressure, wins the ball by all accounts, and then doesn't for the second time. But I think the free kick will go against him. One of these indirect free kicks that you don't see very often. I think it's for dangerous play, they call that one.
I'm not sure
Which I'm
what
not sure
that's for.
how it is for dangerous play, because you're the one on the ground getting kicked. Here's Yen Lan. Seen a lot of it in the opening stages. Terry. No relation to Chelsea's John. Oh, you're led to believe.
Yeah, how do you know?
Everyone's related to everyone, aren't they?
Yep.
How many degrees of separation is it?
Well, we're all stardust.
You're a star, mate.
100%.
Apparently. Dobbin, now that is agricultural.
Yep.
That was Jasper Millen out from defence, making sure Lewis Dobbin had nowhere to go.
Look, you're going to get yourself caught that high up the pitch, give the free kick away, you can get back into shape. But a little bit cynical, but, you know, not the unusual sort of tactic.
You can tell it's Sunday. It's quite quiet around here, isn't it?
Oh, everybody's at church.
Sounds like a church here at the moment. Not much of an atmosphere. That might change.
I actually thought that some of the ANU, the raucous ANU bodies that were at Deacon Stadium last week might have turned up to give them a bit of support. But
it's Sunday morning. I don't know what they're doing after the students do on a Saturday night these days.
Yeah, recovering probably.
Get good. Might be here later for the first grade game.
Yeah, I don't know that CPL Under23's is the game that gets you out of bed early, that's for sure.
Well, unless you're playing, of course, or us.
Or us, yeah.
Cirillo, ball forward, it's Gategood trying to squeeze through a gap that wasn't there. Cirillo can find Edwards. Good ball from Dobbin. Rawlinson's got half a yard here, not much more than that though. Might not need much more than that. Here's Sakari, good first touch, couldn't get the shot away. And then it's spun horribly as Yen Lam wanted it. Now they can spring something in the other direction. Can Canberra Juventus? Exarsa's made a run down the middle.
It was
neither for him or Rocco Sergi, really. They both took up the same space.
Yeah.
They've won a corner, though, the first of the match for them.
Under the circumstances, that's not a bad outcome from a Juve point of view, because the runs in front of the ball carrier were just, well, they lacked a little bit of imagination, didn't they?
What have we got? 20 minutes in. Opportunity to swing this in the penalty area. Pirinen's been tasked with it, I believe. Tall timber up from the back. Pirinen swings it into the area. There's a good win as well.
Off the line. Good clearance, good defending again.
Won by Millen, I think, wasn't it?
Well, he's the obvious target in there with the height of it he's got.
Zakiri's gone to get it. And then on the ground commits the foul, but the first chance of note is knocked off the line. I think it was Yen Lan who might have been positioned perfectly behind the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's obviously not the hardest save to make, but nonetheless it was an attempt on target from a Juve point of view, and I think that's probably their first corner, is it?
It was their first corner and their first chance of the contest. There's Noah Logan. Back for Millen again. Slowly growing into this Juventus. But there's that organisation from NU. There's no press when they don't need to. When it comes to these kind of areas, that's when the press comes on.
Yeah. They last week against Belconnen in the semi-final, they were able to keep Belconnen very deep in their own half, certainly for the last 20 minutes of the first half. And effectively, Belconnen gave them a great ball.
Dobbins found Rawlinson, got in behind. He's had a look at the keeper of his line. You could see what he was trying to do. I think he was trying to hit that with a little bit of spin and dip. In the end, it was a bit of a waste from Max Rawlinson, but just a glimmer of what NU might be able to offer going forward.
It was a lovely pass to release him in the first place, and you know, when you're in those sorts of positions, you've got a decision to make. Probably the wrong option. A little bit more patient would have been the better option, but you know, another strike at goal, if not on goal.
A little surprised he didn't want to take it a little further on.
He might have been able to do that as well. He just looked like he was being outpaced by the defenders. And that probably made up his mind to rid himself of possession one way or t'other.
Lands won it back, and they'll settle for the throw on that far side.
Territorially, at least, it's ANU's game. neither team's created great chances, but ANU certainly has spent more time in and around the Juventus box than the other way around.
Might be able to get on the end of this with Rawlinson, and that was a chance.
Yeah,
and a good chance.
Yeah, best chance of the game so far. He really should have done better.
Met it well, and then once he got there, only needed to knock it back from whence it came.
Well, free
and
header.
might well have scored.
Yeah, free header. Either corner was available to him, but he just...
And he knows he's kicking himself off the ball.
Yeah, he should be a little disappointed. Great ball in.
Yeah, super cross. I think it was Grandy who got that in. Lands nodded that forward. Sakiri's found Edwards, who's touched it on. Here's Edwards. Charged down in the first place. Comes for Rawlinson. Dobbin has a go. And that's a decent stop from Rufagales as ANU beginning to turn the screw.
Just a few signs now that ANU might be just capable of taking this first half.
League champions for a reason. In any grand final, at some stage, you're going to have to ride a little bit of pressure.
That's right, and it's how well you do that determines what the final result might be. Good signs for Juventus so far that they haven't conceded, but they're not doing enough going forward.
We talked about their goal-laden front line, who've barely had a kick so far.
Yeah, and I give credit to the coaching staff of ANU because they'd be well aware of the threat that the front three from Juventus pose, but they've marshalled it pretty well. You mentioned it, they don't press when they don't need to, they drop deep, set a deep block, and it's very, very hard to break them down.
And you have had 18 different goal scorers in this competition this year. Juventus 13. So there's not as if they're struggling to score, both these teams, but both defences have been really good as well. So it's unsurprising perhaps that we're at 0-0 at the moment. Dobbin, Sakari, great first touch, better second, and it's gone and off the back of Rufagales, and then hit the post, and then he saved it on the line.
In the end, that is a wonderful save. I mean, he's had a touch of luck because it would have been harsh on him had it gone into goal off his back. But
Edwards, Sakari might come for Rawlinson, and he might tee up Dobbin, and he can't get there. But ANU, what's an effort from Sachin Sakari, though?
Brilliant effort on the volley, on the turn, and brought out the best in the Juventus keeper.
Bar keeper, post keeper.
That's the most excitement we've seen all day.
I tell you what, though, when you look back at games, and we've talked about moments in matches, and you wonder, you've got to ride your luck in grand finals sometimes. Is that the moment that Juventus might look back on and go, well, we got a bit fortunate there?
Yeah, and are they good enough now to take advantage of that good fortune?
And you have created 3 decent chances within the space of a couple of minutes here.
They have.
And they're starting to look like the side that won the league 25 minutes in.
I tell you what, it was wonderful technique, the volley.
Beautiful, wasn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Would have been replaying that one for quite some time.
Yeah.
Beauty of having it all on YouTube now is that these players can actually just clip that forever.
I think he will.
Gategood in behind again. That's good, really good recovering defensive work.
Yes, you can see why they've kept as many clean sheets as they had. When they're beaten in front of the goalkeeper's been there to sort of make the saves that we've just seen. Yes, he had a touch of fortune, but he made his own luck by getting to the ball in the first place.
But they keep turning it over.
Yeah.
And they keep causing themselves problems here at the moment, Juventus. Need to find a way to get hold of the ball and to stop this, and that might be one of them. Free kick goes away.
Yeah, I think it might have gone the other way, to tell you the truth. But neutral area.
What do you make of the change that they've done here? They've stuck JT further forward, and they've dropped Angus Murray into the left-back role at the moment. Wondering if that's something to do with the pace of Max Rawlinson. Not sure why they would do that, whether they're just filling in for each other momentarily.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Maybe that is the way, because T looks like he's now dropping back.
Yeah.
Maybe the game just played out that way for the time being.
It doesn't look like a permanent tweak, that's for sure.
Be an odd one, considering Angus Murray's got 9 goals this season and JT's got 1.
Yeah.
But, I mean, one the opposition wouldn't have thought about.
No, stranger things have happened at T, Russell.
At C? Or
Let's
at
see.
T?
Let's see.
much sea around here. There is a river over the road, though, isn't there?
They're close. It's
That'll do.
clear water.
It's a body of water. The Clear Waters, yeah, the Clear Water River. Hence the Clear Waters derby. Teen off and running. Blocked by Gategood.
Another reason why you might have to stay at left back.
Rawlinson's ball forward was out in a lot of Sakiri. Comfortably tidied up by Noah Logan.
Yeah, and the game's getting a little bit stretched. I'm just wondering whether these guys are just feeling the pinch, playing on a big pitch, nice warm day. They're very, very slow in transition now, both teams. If you look at Juventus, they've got a lot of people still in and around the centre circle.
Do you know, I often wonder as well, Stephen, I'll come back to this in just a second as Pyramid's looking to spin away. I often wonder as well, it's Sunday morning at 11:30. They're not used to playing at Sunday morning at 11:30. Not many are. I mean, I can feel the energy in us. We're just lifting up a bit more now.
Yeah.
We were a bit tired when we got it, as everybody else was. It's a different mindset, isn't it? I mean, a lot of these guys wouldn't have played this early in the morning on a Sunday since you were a junior.
And, you know, under normal circumstances, you're playing in the middle of winter when it's freezing cold as well. And you're not playing on a pitch the size of this. So, you know, a little bit of fatigue might just creep in.
And the nerves might have just settled as well, and we might be seeing a bit more flowing football.
But the nerves might have burned up a little bit of adrenaline, and they're just having a bit of a dip. They'll come good again second half. I think both teams will finish strong. They look as if they're capable athletically.
Yeah, Land's got a lot of space here, and he's found Gategood.
I think he's instrumental in everything they do, this guy.
Jan Lan,
Yeah.
he has been very good so far. Only a lot of touches of the football. That's a great ball as well. Inviting Grandy forwards to deliver. Stretch is Millen. They've had their chance, Juventus. The one opportunity cleared off the line. So
It came from a set piece. They're not doing much out of general play. Credit to
turn that
ANU.
around. Yeah, absolutely. But there's plenty of time for that to change. Sakari. It's his goal last week, wasn't it, that won the preliminary final?
Yeah. Yep.
1 of 5 he scored this season.
It was. It wasn't a classic goal, but it was a match winner.
Doesn't matter how they go in.
No, it's not. The record books will show that he got the winner in a semi-final to put his team into the big game.
Well, I mentioned those 18 goal scorers this season. This the team out there today, Steve, 13 goals between them. This 11, the ANU 11. 5 of them for Sakari, couple for Rawlinson, couple for Edwards, and then 1 each for Land, Cirillo, Hadford and Terry. It's hardly prolific. That's 3 less than Adam Exarchos has got on his own for Juventus.
I mean, obviously they've been spreading the goals around.
Well, their top goal scorer is Orlando Jeffrey with 9, who's not here today. And Ethan Berman, who's got 5, and Benjamin Ward, who's got 5, are both on the bench.
It's incredible that 18 different scorers, you finish top of the league and your top goal scorer's only got 9. I mean, it just shows that they're capable of getting goals from all areas of the pitch.
Well, their success has been predicated on good defence. 14 conceded, which is the lowest in the league by 7. Juventus were the second best with 21. They only scored 49, which is the same as 4th place Canberra Olympic, and only one more, Belconnen, no, one more than Olympic. So it was more, like you said, more about a defensive effort and taking the odd chances when they came.
I mean, it just says how well structured they are, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. 15 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses, plus 35 goal difference.
But there's 1 or 2 in both colours now just walking. Just finding that, it's just pinching a little bit. And the gap between the back 4 of ANU and the front 3 of ANU is now quite large. So there's a lot of space between lines now if the teams can take advantage of that.
Just under a quarter of an hour left in the first half. No score. The Under23's grand final, CPL level. There is, of course, extra time and penalties should they be required today. Edwards, Rawlinson.
Good football.
Sakari. Gagan's made a great run on this near side, completely unmarked. If it can find its way to the tall fullback, it's a bit shorter than that. And
Goalkeeper did well. Yeah, read it very, very well. Both teams are going to find this hard to get goals because they're both strong defensively, well set up defensively. Both goalkeepers look solid. Hey, what's going on?
Rocco Sergi having a little coming together with Ben Hadfield. Probably asking each other what they did last night, and
Oh, yeah, it would have been all pleasant.
pleasantries exchanged. I don't know why you ever doubt me when I say that. I was a nice man myself. I was always asking people, how they got on.
I have no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a pat, there a pat.
I'd like to hear a pat, there a pat, everywhere a pat, pat. You loved that, didn't you? That was the best of the season.
That was me done. That was.
I felt like I was after that as well.
I threw my hat on the floor and sat down and kicked my shoes off and said, "That's it."
I watched it back this morning with Declan just to give him the feel of that 30 seconds of pure goals.
Pure nonsense.
I'll tell you what, that's a super run. There's the first yellow card. There's a little kickback as well there from Angus Murray, who went off on that run, and that was a yellow card for Ben Hadfield, I think that was, who hacked it down.
Left the referee with no alternative but to impose the sanction.
And then Angus Murray had a little bit of a nibble.
Why?
Ben Hadfield.
No, he's got the free kick. The boy's been carded, and he's asked the referee to make a decision. It looks like it's gone in his favour, but could have been the other way. And Juventus have had discipline problems throughout their club this season. Been a number of players that have been sent off on once or more occasions.
Spoke to one of them last night.
Who was that?
Mr. McCall.
Oh, yes.
Asked him if he fancied playing some football next season.
I think he had more red cards than he did minutes.
Yeah, he didn't have the greatest of times when he moved over.
No.
Unfortunately. Not indicative of his talent. James Stoddart to whip this one in. That took a nick off of Dobbin. It went off of Gategood, I think, rather, but it went straight to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, no harm done, but it could have gone catastrophically wrong or bad.
We had that last conversation yesterday, didn't we? Here's Gategood again. Let's get him forward, this fullback.
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of end product from him. He is getting forward. He is stretching the back four because he gives them that extra width, but we're not getting, in terms of penetration, we're not getting a lot in terms of end product.
Yet.
Yeah.
That's
no in Russian, isn't it? Or
Niet?
Niet.
No, Niet is no. I didn't say no to you. Oh, it was. I mean, I guess it works both ways, doesn't it? Because it wasn't.
I'll work that out in a minute.
Team stabs it forwards. Both players went high for it. Lamb won it.
Some playing havoc there.
Yeah, Logan lost it in the air, didn't he? The skipper. He's given ANU an attacking throw. And here comes Matt Gategood. I wonder if he's got a bit of a rocket in the arm.
Got the levers for it.
He's going to try and send it somewhere towards that penalty area. He's gone shorter. Looking for Dobbin, and in the end...
That's a good example of what we were talking about previously with the end product.
Nothing for either team in an end product. Chances have been created.
Yes, they have.
The best two headers. Rawlinson missing, and also Millen off the line if you're not counting Sakari's piece of magic, which hit the post and the bar.
And that was, as you suggest, a really, really good attempt. The header from Rawlinson's probably been the best chance all game, but the attempt from the volley, brilliant. Brilliant to watch.
Yeah, hard to call it a chance, was it? It was self-created.
It was,
half chance at best. Defensive work from Murray.
That's my car.
Is that your car?
Yeah. That's enough of that.
Is that definitely yours? It hit you down there?
Sorry?
Did you get a car park today, did you?
In there.
Oh, nice. Where the ball just hit.
Yeah.
Dobbin. I was in that one this morning and moved it. There you go. Must have had a premonition. Here we go. We love a bit of shoving. Rollins. Nothing in it. The referees dealt with it very well indeed.
They're the toughest kids in the schoolyard, aren't they, at the moment? People that retaliate like that.
I was talking to the referee about this morning, funny enough, when he turned up, about some push and shove we saw last night. Always makes me wonder what's the point, because they're not going to do anything about it, are they? It's not as if someone's actually going to clobber someone in front of everybody else.
No. Actually, I was watching a film clip of Leeds versus Arsenal from 1969.
Well, there'd have been a bit of push and shove in that, wouldn't there?
Gary Sprake in the Leeds goal just turns round and hammers his fist into the face of the Arsenal player.
Play on.
Yeah, referee just gives a free kick. Nothing to there. He knocks him out.
He's given a free kick here, and there's a yellow card as well for Rocco Sergi.
The game has changed somewhat.
Yeah, we're not suggesting you should be able to do that.
No, not at all.
However,
But if you look at somebody the wrong way these days, it's a free kick.
well, that's a free kick, that one there.
Yep.
Sergi picks himself up a yellow, the second card of the grand final. Crowd's building up very nicely. Some Canberra Olympic fans coming on in. Hadfield's to send it into the area. Away by Murray. Acosta.
This may just work out.
Gonna spin nicely maybe for Exarchos.
Don't know.
Terry went across to win it. His clearance is only as far as Jesper Millen though. He's got plenty of time to pick a pass here. Or to carry it if he wants to.
Yeah, not exactly bursting forward wide on this left-hand side to give him an option to hit the diagonal.
And it didn't look like Jesper Millen wanted to vacate his station for very long. Pirinen's throw.
Yeah, if he drives into midfield from there, he'll create that overload, and maybe that's a way to get the combinations working.
Alex Acosta's fouled. A couple of words exchanged. Juventus get themselves a free kick.
Just getting a bit scrappy as we get towards half-time. Maybe another sign that there's a little bit of mental fatigue at least setting in.
There's a foul by Nick Grandi. And the Juventus players helpfully pointing out to the referee which one it was. And I'm pretty certain he saw it. Hence the fact he gave the free kick. But the last set piece they had caused some problems. Set piece looks like the way to goal for Juventus at the moment in this match. And here's an opportunity. Millen in the middle. Sergi hanging behind him. Murray there as well. Clipped into the near post. They've all missed it. Millen's got a foot on it. Well, it's come off the bar and it's nodded in by James Racosta. A little bit of fortune perhaps for Juventus, but they take their chance, and 5 minutes before half-time, they're in front.
Yeah, well, Johnny on the spot. Make sure you're in the right areas. Look for crumbs. That's what good strikers do, good players do, and he's taken advantage of perhaps an error of judgment from the ANU keeper that he might have dealt with that before it hit the crossbar, but 1-0 Juventus, and you've got to give credit to the goal scorer for being in the right spot.
Millen got the volley in, didn't he? Olivier Van Hagen, well, didn't deal with it, and when it came back off the crossbar, there was James Racosta, and he couldn't miss from there.
Whatever breeze is blowing is actually at the backs of ANU, and I just think the way that volley went up in the air, the wind's just held it up a little bit, and that's done for Van Hagen.
I said the set piece might be the route to goal, and it's proven to be.
Yeah, you were 100% correct. Now what do ANU do?
Need to settle themselves down. They've created enough openings. It just needs to get on.
You were talking about moments in games, Russ, and the crossbar post save from the Juventus keeper, and
football's like that, isn't it? You can look at any moments and go, well, that was an opportunity that win begging. Moments win you football matches.
there's plenty of moments left for both teams, so it's not over. But yeah, I think ANU might just be ruining not be getting on the score sheet in that period where they created 3 or 4 good chances in a short period of time.
I just had to have a double check on my watches, both of them, because the ground announcer said that was 36 minutes.
36
And I'm like, I've got 40, so I think he's a little bit behind.
Yeah. I mean, they did kick off late, but you didn't start your watch until
it started.
Yeah.
And neither did Justin on the clock, so he's got 40 as well. So maybe they're enjoying the buffet too much in there for us. Juventus lead then.
slightly against the run of play, you've got to say. The ANU territorially have certainly had the better of it. They've certainly created more chances than Juventus, but football's about the ones you take, not the ones you miss.
Another indirect free kick given. See these in futsal occasionally, don't you? When players get penalised for playing the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
You don't see it in outdoor very often.
No.
Well, set piece gave Juventus the lead. Will it be a set piece that leads to parity for ANU? Sakari over it. Plenty to aim for. Cooper Terry's made his way into the penalty area. Noah Edwards. Terry at the front two. Swung in too close to Rufigales, who spilt it momentarily and recovered it well.
Yeah, too close to the keeper, but he nearly sort of invited ANU onto it.
I'm no goalkeeping expert, Steve, by any way stretch of the imagination, but some of the saves that Ari Rufigales makes are unorthodox, to say the least, aren't they?
They are. He sort of he made one earlier on where he was a bit sort of chest on.
It was, yeah, chest on and an arm over the top of it. I mean, he kept it out.
And that's
And
what
like I
he's there
say,
for.
I'm no goalkeeping expert, but as long as it doesn't go in the goal, it doesn't really matter. But
No, I should imagine there's a few goalkeeper coaches around looking at that and going, that's not orthodox technique.
it's not the purest of techniques, but it does keep the ball out of the net, and that's all that matters.
Well, what's he there for? Exactly
100%.
that.
Team. Sergi tried to flick it on. Hadfield will go back to Van Hagen, who hasn't had a save to make, and yet has been beaten twice. Once cleared off the line,
Yeah.
and one hit the bar and ended up in the back of the net.
I think he probably should have done better with the one that hit the bar. The wind.
Well, you can see the wind there. That was
Yeah.
a prime example. As when it gets above a certain height, it does come back. I think, like you said,
It's held up.
that it's held up, and you think it's going over the crossbar, and then the last minute he's gone, oh dear, now I've got a problem. I mean, it's not noticeable unless you look at the trees across the far side of the field here.
But it's obviously gusting very heavily too, because we just had a gust of wind come through here, like hurricane.
And whilst it's a nice cooling breeze, it's probably not useful
No.
to the players.
I think it's probably confused Van Hagen.
Long way to go, though. And this man, Sakari, looks in good form. Cirillo.
Yeah, he started really well, Cirillo, and he just sort of disappeared a bit.
Get busy in the first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, he was.
Well, we've got 30-odd seconds of the first half left to go. Last stoppage time. Recall there being too many stoppages.
No. The one thing about ANU is, you know, we've mentioned that how structured they are. Very difficult to get out of that structure if you've got to try and do other things. So, you know, they're relying on what they've got and what they do to get them back into this game, rather than having plan B.
They've got themselves a late corner here. And a chance to send this into the penalty area, a chance to level things up before the half-time break. And that wind is in their favour.
Yeah, given the dearth of sort of open play chances, not surprising that set pieces have resulted in the goal and may result in an equaliser. Get this right.
Rawlinson to take, whips into the near post. And that'll do for the first half. Very little time added on. One set piece is the difference between the two teams, Steve Forshaw, and as you mentioned, slightly against the run of play.
Yeah, I think it was. The ANU have probably settled better in the early exchanges. They've had territorial dominance. They've created the better chances, but they go into the changing rooms at half-time, finding themselves one goal down. One of those opportunistic finishes, if you're in the right spot and it falls for you, very hard to miss. But Juventus have now got something to hang on to. They'll be very hard to break down. They've shown that in the first 45. ANU have got some work to do to get themselves not only back into it, but if they want to win.
The man in the right place at the right time was James Racosta for the 5th time this season. After David Millen's volley came back off the bar, Racosta nods it home. And at half-time, in the Under-23 CPL Grand Final, it's Canberra Juventus 1, ANU 0. Welcome back to the Riverside, where at half-time Juventus have the narrow advantage over ANU in the CPL Under-23 grand final. Juventus 1, ANU 0. I'm Russ Gibbs. Steve Forshaw is still with me. And Steve, ANU are already out there in their huddle, ready to go, whatever Matt Shepley, their coach, has had to say at half-time. Well, he's already said his words and he sent them out.
His last actions of season 2025 will be whatever substitutions he's made, but his last team talk is already done. So whatever he said needs to have worked, or needs to work in the next 45 minutes. Can I just ask you a question?
Can you just caveat that before that he might get another team talk if it goes to extra time? But yes, you can ask me a question.
Is it Stryda Park or Riverside?
It's Stryda Park.
Why do we call it Riverside?
Am I calling it the Riverside? Well, technically it's not Monera game, so it's...
Yeah, I don't, that was my confusion. Is it only Stryda Park when Monero played?
Probably not, but seeing as though we've been coming here forever and we've always called it the Riverside, it's probably just one of those things. But Stryda Park is the sponsored name of this venue.
Right.
But I don't know if this is a World Cup thing where you don't do the sponsored venue because it's not.
Well, you know, this has got a worldwide audience.
I mean, who knows, my friend?
There's 14 people across the country watching
there's a
this.
lot more watching this. I tell you what, though, they're just watching ANU knock a ball about, or they're just watching us just in, as his camera on. What are you on there? The field. Just watching grass grow, mate. At the moment.
A little bit quicker than the two teams have moved.
Yeah, the referees are joining us. You made me come and said they were coming out. I didn't realise that we were
They
waiting.
are. Look.
Here they come. To a rapturous reception. Canberra Juventus rejoining us, leading by that 1-0.
Yeah, they'll be very, very happy to have gone into the sheds 1-0 up. They, like I said before they went off, they've got something to hang on to. They'll manage the game with that in view. They won't want to give away too much territory, and they'll be looking to catch ANU on the counter.
And they've had the lion's share of luck at the moment, which you need sometimes. And I'm referring, of course, to the Sakari effort. The came back off the bar, hit the keeper, hit the post, didn't go in. At the other end, it comes off the bar, falls straight to James Rocosta, who nods home the only goal of the game. That's what separates the two sides at the moment. The midfielder scoring 5 minutes before half-time. And as we mentioned at kickoff, we talked about their goal-laden front line at Juventus. It's a player that scores irregularly that's got the goal.
We were mentioning the fact that it can sometimes be the non-regular goal scorer that pops up with the important one.
The one that matters so far. And I say so far because the win will now favour Juventus as well. We will see what happens in the second stanza, which is underway. Ben Hatfield will send the first ball forward. It's come off Rocco Sergi, who's been very quiet, hasn't he? The front three with Exarchos 16 goals, Sergi's 8, Murray's 9. You've yet to really click into gear. And the good news for Juve is that they are 1-0 up without that. They have scored 5 times without reply in the last 2 CPL matches they've played. They are the leading scorers in the competition with 62 in just 22 matches. But they've managed to only keep 7 clean sheets in 22 games this year. So there is a little bit of hope there for ANU.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what Neil Stoddart would have been saying at half-time to his charges. That he'll obviously be concerned about the territory that they surrendered. Delighted with the fact that they're 1-0 up, but he'll be asking for a little bit better effort in terms of possession and what they do with it in this second half.
Land sent it wide for Rawlinson. A couple of half chances, well, one half chance and one very good one in the first half.
Yeah, should have
Rawlinson.
done better with the header, shouldn't he?
That was the moment in the first stanza. But however, might be opportunities for them. Cooper Terry.
The game is very spread. Juventus are starting really deep. I wonder if that's it's almost like a 4-4-2.
They've parked the Italian equivalent of the bus.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is, an Italian bus, do you?
No.
Italian's not very good. Sergi.
Sharabang.
Sharabang. But they are looking, what have we got here? 4 at the back, 1 holder, and then 3 dropping to support when necessary. Clearance only finds midfields. JT seems to have dropped in there at the moment from a left back position.
I think if ANU use the brains here, they'll find space in front of that back four, in between the midfield and the back four.
There's little pockets of space. Rawlinson's got some room here. Looking to go through. They've made a change here, ANU as well. This man, Ben Ward, wearing number 8, has come on. We'll see who he's come on for.
Oh, yeah, don't ask me.
I'll come to it in a minute. Here's some pace for Exarchos. First time he's had a run at goal.
Great
really
tackle.
Good challenge.
Yeah, great tackle. Wonderful turn of pace, but a great challenge from the defender.
Hadfield's challenge. I'm going to suggest it's Harry Cirillo that's gone.
I think
Edwards,
it is.
Edwards has dropped back into midfield.
Yeah, yeah.
And Cirillo has made way. Ben Ward gone up front. 5 goals to his name. Here he is. Looks like a handful. Rawlinson looking to send Ward off on a run. He's really well recovered by Bryn Pirinen.
Yeah, he's done well.
Early stages of the second half, of course. Grandy. Sakari tried to let it run and go on the outside, but Pirinen's seen that all day. And he might get his worked out for him anyway. And he's put Ward in behind. Flag goes up. Looks lively though, doesn't he, Ben Ward?
Yeah, he's... I mean, let's give him another few minutes to see how he goes. He's obviously got a little bit about him in terms of pace, and he's making himself available in the early stages since his introduction, but nothing of note to show just yet.
Sent forward by Pirinen over their heads. Dobbin wins it back. Slide it through. Ben Ward was in the lineup I was given earlier in the week. I'll tell you back in a minute. Dobbin that ricocheted.
I'll tell you
he was in the lineup as the starting 9 earlier in the week, and it changed with no Edwards going up front and Cirillo coming into the midfield. Now I'm wondering whether there's an injury around that or something. He was carrying something. Maybe one of them was carrying something, which precipitated that change. And Matt Shepley will know.
There must be a reason for it, but we're not to know at this late stage.
Could be tactical. Could be just that he wanted his energy in the second half.
Yeah, it could be.
It's well covered. Hadfield. Back for Van Hagen. Terry. Juventus happy for ANU to have it there.
Yeah, but they are very deep though, Russ. Very deep. Still 10 metres inside their own half, even though the ball's just outside the ANU penalty area. It does create space.
Both fullbacks have really pushed on here. Grandy this side, Gategood the other. Here is Grandy. Couldn't quite get there. Logan hooks it away. Clumped back up by Terry. He's got snow on it. It's going to come down for Rawlinson. Juventus with Logan. Could just pop it out. Murray couldn't quite get the better of his marker, and Racosta's been beaten to it. One back by the goal scorer, James Racosta. Trying to figure out what's going on with this ANU shape at the moment to see where they are. Have they gone to 3 at the back here and some wing backs? I think they might have. Exarchos is going to break in here. That's well done by Van Hagen. Seems like that way, doesn't it?
You could be right. They've certainly got 3 up front, so if they've gone to 3 at the back, it's 3-4-3.
With Land just doing a free roll in front at the moment. Because I was looking at the starting position of Gategood on that far side, and he's almost an auxiliary forward at the moment.
They do like to get the fullbacks or wingbacks very, very high, so it may just be there, but it does look like a 3 at the back.
Sergi to loft it in. Van Hagen had it covered.
He did. With the wind blowing the other direction, he might have been in the same bother he was in the first half.
So when they set up this goal kick, Steve, I want you to look at the starting positions of Matt Gategood over on that far side with the red boots on and Nick Grandy this side. It does look like wing backs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Push on a bit further forward.
Yeah, but they drop the 6 in between the two central defenders.
That's a poor pass. Got away with it.
Yeah.
Just about.
So Lamb is sort of playing a sort of orthodox 6 substitute central defender. They did this against Belconnen last week to get the 2 fullbacks high.
It's a good way to be proactive to try and get yourself back into a game without over-committing.
That's right.
And you're unsurprised with Tom Crossley and Matt Shepley that they've tactically tweaked it like that.
But the Juventus have got to work out now on how they're going to press. Are they going to go and press the 6? That will mean that you're probably going with a 4-man press.
Garlis will take this free kick. Hooked away by Terry. I mean, obviously, when they go 3 at the back with wing backs, sometimes if you're 3 up top, you just ask your 2 wide players to stretch the pitch. And then you've got huge holes for your midfield runners to go into.
Look, I think you'll find that the midfield or even some of the front 3 will try and get in between the wing back and the ball-carrying central defender. And this is the sort of space they should be taken advantage of.
Rawlinson gets himself a free kick.
It'll be a yellow.
It will be as well. 1 for JT. Second Juve player to see a card.
He was asking for one in the first half, wasn't he, with his little...
Well, he got one, not for himself.
Yeah.
3 cards tonight, not quite the 8 that Monero got last night.
That was incredible.
Yeah, 10 cards in the game if you count the 2 for Shandon Whitehead that got himself the red, and 8 yellows for the Panthers.
You don't get that many cards in a game of whist.
Don't know how to play whist, mate, so how many did you get in a game of whist?
More than 8. Less than 8.
Less than 8. Free kick for Ben Hadfield to send forwards everybody in front of the ball except for the goalkeeper Van Hagen.
It's too big.
Should be too big. Rifagalis just about made his mind up to get there.
It's a great ball.
Cracking ball over the top to Sergi, who struck it a goal, and Van Hagen, was Murray, my apologies, who got it, struck it at goal. Great hit from Angus Murray and pushed over the bar by Van Hagen.
There's the effectiveness of direct football. If you can actually get your distribution right, you catch teams that play high, and almost what could have been a match sealer.
If you're being hypercritical of the finish, which we don't want to be, keep it a bit lower across the goalkeeper might force him into a tougher save. It was straight at him, but he still had to deal with it.
I mean, he's done well to get it on target. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that. But yes, low and hard across him, maybe sneaks in the bottom corner.
Except with being hypercritical.
Yeah.
It was a good strike. It was a great run.
Yeah, I understand that.
Pirinen's corner. Van Hagen got a hand on it. Sorry, Steve.
You've only had one coffee this morning, so you would be critical.
One coffee and a big can of whatever that energy drink they gave me was. Pirinen, which will kick in eventually.
The speed of your speech will improve or increase. You sound like a chipmunk soon.
We did have a bit of nursery rhymes going on last night.
Please, not again. Not again.
You loved it, my friend. I'm going to get it clipped to highlight my commentary career. Lamb back for Terry, giving it away.
Yeah, good press. Good press.
Might come for Xahos. Couldn't quite get his feet sorted. Was nowhere for him to go. They've marshalled him very well so far.
Have a ball each.
Juventus have started the second half well. Asking some questions.
I think that breeze is a little bit stronger down at pitch level than we thought.
James Acosta. That's a great ball over the top. A wonderfully effective pass. Hooked away by Gategood. Not so far on the overhead kick from Murray. He had a go.
Yeah, spectacular. Very, very poor defended. So slow to get rid, but Great attempt.
Ricosta to Ricosta, and then Murray tried something that we would have been talking about for quite some time. Get Good's ball. Ward looking to help it on for Rawlinson. It's running out of play, but did it get a neck? Well, Juventus say no, and you say yes, and the most important person is the assistant who gives the corner. That would have been something special to talk about, wouldn't it?
Well, it was anyway.
Angus Murray.
Great attempt. Didn't quite come out. I mean, it's one of those things, if it comes off, you go, how good was that? When it doesn't, you go, why did you try that?
Corner swept into the air, they've all missed it, and it's cleared off the line again, and hooked in by Rawlinson. ANU level. A poacher's goal on the ground, and the University side have drawn themselves on terms.
Incredible how similar that was to the Juventus goal in the first half, where the ball sort of bobbles around in the penalty area and then it just gets hooked home when it was odds on to be cleared. But again, it's a set piece that's done the damage, and we are 1-1 with everything to play for.
Max Rawlinson, who had the best chance of the first half for his team, makes amends by being Johnny on the spot.
And you've got to say, that's probably come against the run of play.
Much like the one in the first half. And we're all square again in the final. Shortly after Murray's overhead spectacular and his shot that forced Van Hagen into the save, you get a scrappy goal like that and you wonder how the football gods don't shine on you. But if they're a bit unfortunate with the one that came off the bar for Sakari, they're a bit unfortunate with that ricochet bouncing around. But good reactions from Rawlinson. He was on the floor.
Look,
it's
a goal, and they needed it badly because Juventus had started the second half really well.
Well, now it's anyone's. Zahos. Sergi runs into the considerable presence of Cooper Terry. It's not been his day so far, Rocco Sergi.
No, but he's at least showing. He's not gone hiding.
He might get his moment. Hadfield's gone long. Yeah. Held up in the air. Easy win for Noah Logan.
You're going to have to hit them well to get him in.
Dobbin nods it down. James Costa wins it back. Spread to Pirinen. Space for him to run into as well, Bryn Pirinen. And then it bobbled on him and his pass just trundles through. He's cross with himself. It did sit up horribly as he was about to pass that.
Yeah.
Well, it's anyone's game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it's, you know, I know I laboured the point in the first half about mental and physical fatigue. I think that's going to play a really big part towards the end of this second half.
Sergi settles for the throw. Reminder at 2:30 this afternoon, myself and Frank Aisha will take you through the CPL first grade. Olympic ANU. Zahos. Pirinen. Milan. They played some good football this half so far, Juventus.
Yeah, they have been very patient in possession.
Logan.
I think that's obviously the instruction from the coaching staff is be composed. Let's keep possession for long periods of time and see if we can't stretch ANU.
Talk of being stretched is Sakari. There's Wards. Good first time ball for Rawlinson. Looks to return the favour. Millen had to get it right.
He did. He did.
And did at the expense of a corner.
Both benches will be nervous with set pieces because neither defence has dealt with them as well as you would expect.
Well, their last corner led to the equaliser. Will this one have equal effect?
It was decent delivery, but it wasn't anything that should have caused those sorts of problems, but did.
Maybe the wind had a part to play again.
Maybe.
Good corner again. Rufagales got a good fist on it. Sakari swung a boot, landed through the crowd, took a deflection, and will probably go again. Or did it not? He just shanked it off the outside of his foot.
Just a miss hit.
Wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt.
But that was a better delivery, and the goalkeeper actually got a good punch on it. From an ANU point of view, the second phase pressure was good.
Sergi came to get. Beaten to it by Terry. Wonder if the benches might be used at some stage. We only had the one change, of course, at half-time.
Oh, I think it's an odds-on certainty that the bench will be used.
Stoddart's ball over the top. Quietly effective in there, James Stoddart.
Yeah.
This morning / afternoon.
Very much in the mould of his father. Sort of holding midfielder in there.
Critical part of the game these days.
Yeah. Gone are the days, though, of the Roy Keane sort of 6. You've got to be a footballer as well now, as a ball winner.
I blame Claude Makaleli.
They called it the Makaleli role, no?
They did. His fault no one tackles anymore. That and the fact you're not allowed to.
Well, enough said about that.
Don't think we've said enough about it, Steve.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Tackles. It's a dying art. A bit like goal scoring in some parts of the world. They don't breed centre forwards anymore, do they, in Australia?
No. Although I thought the last international window, certainly the second game against New Zealand, some of the young boys looked decent.
Didn't they?
And maybe that's what we need, and sort of get rid of the reliance on the older players that have done so well to get us to a number of World Cups. We've got to look to the future now. And I think Popovic is doing that.
Past time, some might say.
Yeah.
It had been done a fair few years ago.
Yeah.
Remember having this conversation back after the 2006 World Cup. Lang got a foot on it. Then where's the next generation coming through after your Kuhls and Vidukas and all those?
Yeah, we missed the trick, didn't we?
Absolutely. Better late than never, though.
Look, we've still been qualifying for World Cups.
Yeah, everyone qualifies for a World Cup these days, don't they?
Well, this next one you'd be doing, you'd have to be really bad to miss out.
Yeah, everyone gets a ticket. It's like a participation medal these days.
It is.
England's on their way, aren't they?
Yep.
Having lost one World Cup qualifying match in 30 years or something ridiculous. Well, that's lovely from Lan. What a great turn that is. 3 to hit ahead of him. Can he make the most of it?
Wrong way.
It's a shame because it was such a really good turn.
Yeah, I think Rawlinson was the better option.
And that's where the ball has gone. Swung over there by Edwards.
Oh, and he hasn't got himself back.
Oh, and he's offside.
That's
It's a shame because he had 3 to hit in the box as well.
Yeah. Lovely switch of play.
I think Max Rawlinson might be glad he saw the flag though, because the cross wasn't great.
Left a bit to be desired.
20 minutes into the second half. 1-1. Didn't have any extra time in 4 games yesterday. Hopefully.
Substitution, Russ.
Yeah, so here we go. How's your eyes?
29 going off.
Ryan de Vries is coming on for Alex Racosta. Don't need eyes because Justin's got this wonderful contraption here called a monitor. Enables us to see long distances.
What's that, telescope?
Better than our eyes.
The Justin Webb Space Telescope.
Is that what it is?
James Webb.
Justin Webb, isn't he from Western Molonglo? Has he got his own space telescope?
His brother James does.
Related to Neil Webb. Lance had a good game. We get a vote for player of the match here.
Oh, do we?
We do, yeah.
Who won it last night?
Not me or you. In first grade, William Accio.
He got it, did he?
Yeah, I think his overall performance with his goals.
Yeah. Yeah.
And his overall display. There's some good performances elsewhere, though, wasn't there? It was a difficult one to pick.
Oh, I thought Tigers across the board were man for man better than their opponents last night.
Sakiri, Webb, good first touch. Really good recovering tackle. I felt that did Noah Logan. Now, did he tweak his knee making that challenge, or was it just cramp?
He certainly doesn't look like cramp.
It looked like when he stretched the knee might have buckled a bit there, so I hope it's only just a tweak and nothing too bad. But going back to last night, Noah Steinek had a great game, and there were some really good performances throughout that side, but William Akio's overall contribution and goals got it for him. Women's National Premier League Grand Final player of the match, well, Helena Roberts scooped that one. You get a hat-trick in the Grand Final very often and not get a player of the match award, even though everybody is part of it. So yeah, we get to have a vote here, mate. So
right.
Have a think about that one, and I'll ask you to point out later on. You have to put your glasses back on and read my scrawl.
It's funny, isn't it, that almost 100% of the time, 99.9% of the time, the man of the match will come from the winning team, even if somebody on the losing team has had a stormer.
This time last year, I think it might have been a player had scored twice for the winning side, and I voted for the goalkeeper of the losing team, who had made numerous outstanding saves. It would have been 7 or 8 or 9, and I don't think anyone was totally surprised that they got that, because you're like, well, sometimes the losing team does have the best player. It doesn't always happen.
He's up on his feet, jogging away.
He is. He looks good. Reminder, 2:30 this afternoon, Olympic ANU.
Yeah, that's a hard one to pick.
It is. That will be a good match. Here comes a long throw from the goalscorer Rawlinson into the box, helped on by Dobbin. Had to generate his own power, though.
Yeah.
We've already seen Rufagales. His distribution isn't bad. Terry's knocked that down. First chance for De Vries to get involved. Sergi. Exarchos outside him. Good ball too. Now Exarchos has got half a yard here. Can he pick the right ball?
No. Didn't have enough players forward, did they? The only option was well marked.
Milan won that.
What was that?
I'm not sure, but it worked out. James Stoddart. Pirinen. Spins nicely. It's going to make its way to De Vries, the substitutes. Zahos, De Vries. Right idea, couldn't quite execute the pass, and then got nudged as he was about to try it. It's actually a very timely intervention from Ward.
It was. Just enough to put him off. It's gone to saunter pace, hasn't it?
It has indeed. It's at that stage with 20 minutes to go where neither side really wants to make an error. And I think they've got that in their minds, which is... It's at that stage where a goal might prove the most important moment of the game.
Well, it was late in the first half that Juventus took the lead, so we're getting into that area of the game, as you rightly suggest, that any mistake now could ruin your season. Or can we just get a winner from a really good piece of individual play rather than a defensive mistake?
Well, let's hope so. Sakari. Something like his volley or that he had off the bar, or an Angus Murray overhead kick.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Those kind of moments.
To settle it.
It's going to be a moment, you would think, before the final whistle.
Oh, there'll be chances yet.
As tiredness kicks in.
Yes, that's right. But I think the game's just lost its intensity at the moment. The players won't be thinking that.
Stoddard helped it on. He's going to get a second chance to pop that one in for Sergi. Lovely first touch to open it up for himself. And Van Hagen got a really important paw on it.
Absolutely.
It's come out for Murray to turn and hit. And over the crossbar, but good goalkeeping.
Great save, because that was a tap-in for Murray if he doesn't intervene. Good touch from Sergi to take him into that space, and did the right thing, crossed the goalkeeper.
Flitted in and out of it, hasn't he, Sergi? But you can see that there's some quality there.
Yeah.
Might be able to make the difference. Grandy back for Terry. He's wearing a lovely shade of purple socks. I've just noticed there, Cooper Terry at the back. Not not the traditional blue. Wonder why that is.
They look like it looks like it's a really old pair.
Faded pair, yeah. Grandy into the penalty area, too long for Lan.
Unless it's you got tape around them.
I'm not sure, they just look purple.
They do.
He's going to have to do some defending here. And does. Safety first. Down towards the fire pits. Lucky purple.
Royal colours, isn't it?
Purple crayon. Seen that movie. Kids maybe watch it. Acosta. Oh, come on to keep it in. And he might be able to tee it up here. It's a really good opportunity.
Great block, and a really good move from Juventus. The cutback was perfect.
It's got to be a corner, surely.
Yeah, it is.
Piranen's hit.
Yeah, it was blocked.
The assistant gave a goal kick, but I think we've got there in the end.
It's just switched off for a moment.
Piran-
Goodly assistant.
Piranen was probably disappointed he's not scored there.
Yeah.
Acosta did brilliantly.
I mean, it's he's hit him rather than he's got the block in, but that's good enough defending.
Piranen dinks it.
That's
Landed on the roof of the nets.
Yeah, that's poor.
With the wind as well.
Yeah. Much prefer, and it's obviously a personal choice, but I much prefer corners, set pieces to be hit with a little bit of pace rather than dinked in. It just gives the attacking team an opportunity to generate pace off the kick itself.
I used to play tag along in the state league with a lad by the name of Steve Russell, who could really whip in corners.
Yeah.
And all you needed to do was get
Something
a touch on it,
yeah.
and all the pace was generated for you.
Yeah.
Hurt mind.
Well, I've bored your listeners incessantly throughout the season with the long throws from Tuggeranong saying that taking it off.
They did it once.
Yeah.
Here come Juve again. Sergi coming more into it now as an effective force. Piranien tried to help it onto the run of Stoddart's, with behind him rather than in front. Millen. Did he present that to Ward? Rawlinson, nicely worked. Dobbin beaten to it by De Vries.
Yeah, very slow to get onto it.
Lan holds off the initial challenge. Jones Acosta did not let him lie though. They've managed to keep possession, ANU. Lan again.
Too slow. It's really gotten into a very, very pedestrian pace.
At this stage, and I'm going to give it the kiss of death, it's looking like extra time. That's usually a cue for someone to score. Terry's ball forwards.
Well, if anybody's looked like scoring in the second half, it's been Juventus, but the only team that has is ANU.
He might be in again here with Ward. Looking to nod it down for Sakari.
Only one in the box. Now they're getting numbers forward.
Rawlinson in.
Oh.
Edwards couldn't adjust himself accordingly. It was a difficult one for him to deal
It was. He probably got a little bit too far forward for him. And then in the end, he came behind him, and no chance, really.
Given away to De Vries, who's done likewise to Grandy. Lan for ANU.
Dobbin just seems to be struggling physically. He's not sort of been able to get into a sprint.
ANU will keep an eye on that. Hadfield's found Terry. Rooker said he's had to do an awful lot of doggy work like that, hasn't he? Chasing between the two centre-backs.
Yeah.
Edwards looks more accomplished here, doesn't he, than he
does.
did leading the line, and he's had a go himself. Why not?
Well, it's a long way out, very ambitious, but it's probably a sign of the fact that he is a lot more comfortable in that more withdrawn role.
Certainly seems to have made a difference since he's come back here. There's a couple of players down. James Acosta was stretching it out. Bryn Piranien was trying to bootlace. Ari Rufigales just got on with it. Change for ANU, forthcoming, I think.
Juventus, I think.
Was it Juventus? Yes, it is.
2.
Alex Tarazi is coming on.
Alex Tarazi is quite a talented young player. He's just...
Rocco Sergi off.
never really lived up to the potential he showed from a couple of seasons ago.
Joshua Kelly came on as well, but I missed who went off for him. And you didn't make a change at the same time, did they?
I don't think so.
We'll figure out who it was. I missed the number because I was trying to look at the screen. Lan to lift it forwards. Sakari trying to get in behind the back of Kelly, who's called into action straight away. Turning into the penalty area, and there's nobody there to take advantage. I think it was Noah Logan that went, wasn't it? The captain who tweaked his knee a little earlier.
Unfortunately, I can't help you. I'm assuming you're right.
Yeah, it was indeed Noah Logan. It's great having the board. We've always asked for the board, but when the sun shines on it, you can't see it very well, can you?
That's it.
We love it at night time. It'd be perfect.
Yeah. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't have the scoreboard working today.
It is on. You just can't see it.
Oh, right.
I think. This is the sun again. I believe so, yeah. It's doing something over there. 33 minutes played. You can just about see the threes, I think, if you look closely enough. I'm assuming it's on.
Okay.
Lan. Has it back again. It's been quietly effective, this boy. Rawlinson. Hadfield. Good ball, that is. Rawlinson, 3 in the penalty area. Good piece of defensive work. ANU have a chance from this corner.
Just taking Juventus a little while to settle into this change of personnel at the back, and ANU looking to take advantage of that particular piece of uncertainty.
Well, we've had 2 goals from set pieces, indirectly.
But both at the same end, in the Slopey goal.
They love the Slopey goal. The best visual, one of the best visual effects in Canberra. Did mention the one throughout the season at Tuggeranong. There is a goal at Tuggeranong that is 12 centimetres taller in one side than there is in the other in the State League area. So if you ever take a penalty down there,
yeah, go the high end.
Pop it in the high end. Really needs to be fixed, that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's for another day. And corner needs to be a bit better as well.
Gets another chance, though.
It's a delivery like this time. A little better. And Rawlinson's nicked in.
Oh, dear.
Well, 3 of them nicked in. I think Millen played them all on side.
Yeah. He needed to get something on that.
Rufigales sent it away, and that's a timely clearance by Grandy. Otherwise, Exarchos might have been running clear. Piranen. Dobbin, challenged by James Lacosta, free kick given, and Lacosta then gets a card for booting it away.
I'm not sure that that was a free kick. I think he just stumbled over the ball.
I think Alex Tarazi just a moment ago, when he received it from back to goal, didn't realise how much time he had.
Yeah.
He was looking around, expecting a challenge, and none came. So, what have we got? 10 minutes to play.
Moment of magic required.
Hadfield will take this free kick. Lifts it into a crowded box. It's a good-looking one. It's going to cause havoc. Ward swung ahead at it, and then a hand, and then Rufigales sort of palmed it up in the air to himself. Calmest man in the ground. Distribution again, top class. Here goes Exarchos, using his pace to get away from Edwards. Might have shown too much of it to Terry, but still got there. It must be! It is! Stoddart turns it home! He gambled, and he got the reward. And Juventus lead as time ticks away.
Well, it was on the back of a little bit of magic, because that run down the wing was extremely important in terms of creating that opportunity, and you'll be a little bit disappointed because they were indecisive in terms of their defending. But Stoddart in the right place at the right time and gives Juventus that invaluable lead close to the end of the game.
8 minutes to play. It's not often in a grand final you get to take a touch inside the 6-yard box and finish it. But because of Exarchos' work, that's exactly what James Stoddart got.
And really, they'd run him close to the line and they should have been able to deal with it, but just made that wrong decision at the wrong time, and Stoddart brilliantly finishes.
And now they might be in again here. The flag stays down. Murray win himself, and now players inside.
Yeah.
And after all the talk of all the goal-laden forward line, it is the player that started the match in holding midfield that's got the goal.
Goes back to your original point, right at the start of the broadcast. Sometimes it's the unexpected that settles the games. But Zahos did extremely well, extremely well.
And I'm going to go back and give huge credit to Ari Rufagalis for the distribution again. Every time he's made a save, he's looked to get the ball forward at pace and quickly, and it's his alertness that has created that goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, he's created more chances than any other player on the park.
He's had a good match, hasn't he?
Very good.
Lan to lift it in.
Not just as a goalkeeper, but as somebody that can start the attacks.
It's launched away. Well, what have ANU got? Have they got much left in the locker? The league champions are trailing. League champions haven't had a great final series across the board, really, have they?
In the women's program, they've done okay, but
that's about it,
yeah,
to be honest.
Even the Canberra Raiders got beat yesterday. They were league champions.
Yeah, when talking about women's first grade, everywhere else, it was all about the teams that finished lower down the pecking order.
It's not over yet, though.
No, it's not. And we've still got 6 minutes to play. Lan. There won't be stoppage time, will there? There isn't any at this level, I don't believe. So.
No, unless they do it for the final.
Which is strange for me, but
yeah, it's silly.
Because we got time.
I mean, they brought the kickoffs half an hour earlier anyway.
Here goes Murray. He's got Tarazi with him. Just took on one too many in the end. Good outlet though. Rawlinson's touch finds Ward.
That's a poor touch.
Costa.
That's a poor touch again. Ward's just struggling with his touch.
He had a bright start, didn't he?
Yeah.
Terry's header down. Dobbin is robbed. And they couldn't send Tarazi through the middle.
I just think Dobbin struggled the last 10 or 15 minutes. Just looked a little bit lethargic, a little bit leggy.
Pirinen's switch to midfield has certainly changed the dynamic, hasn't it? I'll just come back to that in a minute. Sakari might be in. Bringing on De Vries at fullback and allowing Pirinen to go into that more creative role. Yeah. Certainly helped Juventus.
It has. He's been really busy in there.
Got into some good positions. Might have scored himself with that effort that was blocked.
Game management time now for Juve. How long to go?
Under 4 minutes. Oh, under 5 minutes. 4.5 to go.
Well,
they don't need to score again. They just need to stop ANU scoring.
And ANU have got to play with a little bit more urgency.
Ward tries to get in behind. Good pace from Kelly to get across the fresh legs to send it away. ANU have only made the one change. Yeah. They're reliant on what they've got out there at the moment. They look like they're going to make a second shortly. In the meantime, Rawlinson, who scored their goal, is looking to send this. And I say shortly, it's going to happen right now.
39-37.
Yeah, Ethan Berman, 5 goals to his name this season, is coming on for Nick Grandy, the fullback.
Jeez, they've left it late.
Well, they've given the young lad 4 minutes to do it, with the message probably go in and get us a goal.
What else can you say?
At this stage you can't, or do something. Took himself in the box, and Rawlinson will send it in towards a clutch of players. Kelly won the header. Comes out to Lan. Back for Rawlinson. Good flat delivery. Really good header from Millen.
Yeah. I don't think you'll find too many Juventus players hanging around the halfway line.
ANU, number 37, Ethan Berman.
Well, there's literally no one, is there? They're all in the penalty area except for Alex Tarazi, who's got the job of being in the D, to Mark Lan. Here comes the corner kick. Whipped into the area. Rawlinson climbs. Edwards stretched to keep it in, but I think it's going to roll out for a throw. Not hanging around with it. Stoddart, whose goal might be the difference. And he's won it back again as well against Lan. And slides in. Firm challenge on Hatfield. Hatfield gives away the free kick. Time on Juventus' side.
Yeah, rapidly running out of the end. The sand through the hourglass is emptying.
There's a yellow card here for someone.
Kelly, I think. Trying to pinch a few yards, waste a bit of time. I don't know why the referee would expect anything different.
Well, they're going to waste some time now, and they're going to make some substitutions and stuff like that. This is just how you manage a game at this level when you're winning a final.
There'll be an epidemic of cramp, I should imagine.
I'm surprised it hasn't already been. Anywhere will do. Millen just launches that forward. I've got to ask you to point out your player of the match on the sheet as well, Steve, if you want to have a look at that while that's going on. Here's the change. Matteo Vardanega is going to come on. 18 is going to go off. Can they find a winner? An equaliser, rather. To keep this one alive. It favours Juventus at the moment. We're going to enter the final minute of the contest. One more hoik of the ball from Hadfield in towards the penalty area, but he's going to have to go back and get there. Well, Van Hagen took a step back and made it more difficult for himself than he might have. Vardanega got a slight touch on that. Flag should go up here, and it does. So it should be an official, me. Coming back from an offside position.
Yep.
Great view of it from up here as well, isn't it? We do get a really good bird's eye view of it. It's harder when you're closer to the field, of course. So what have they got, ANU? Have they got something in the locker? About 20 seconds or so to go.
Quality now.
Needs something from Sakari. Skips past one. There's a whole clutch of players in the penalty area. There's loads of them in there. Nodded away. Comes out for the hits. And it's wide and over. And it's Matt Gategood with a last kick. And Juventus will claim the title. Stoddart's goal is the difference. And Steve Forshaw, second half, Juventus probably deserved it.
I think so. I mean, it's the tale of two late goals. One at the end of the first half, one at the end of the second half that's got them over the line. But I think they came out of the changing rooms at the start of the second half and were... Certainly they've improved their own game and their own performance, and they were better than ANU throughout that second half period, and just about shaded it and got themselves over the line and a gold medal in the grand final. The silverware shared at the CPL 23's, with ANU picking up the league championship and Juventus taking out the grand final. Congratulations to both teams.
And the historical Juventus flag. This chap's been around for years, out there celebrating Juventus wins left, right and centre, and out there again to wave the flag in celebration. Juventus win the Under23's Grand Final. Steve Forshaw, been an absolute pleasure to commentate with you this season, my friend. It's been an absolute pleasure to commentate with you down the years as well. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to catching up with you at some stage as well. Thank you very much.
Thanks for you, Russ. It's been a pleasure, my friend.
ANU, well, they equalised in the second half. Mac Rawlinson got the goal after James Racosta had given Juventus the lead. But the telling moment was 8 minutes from time when James Stoddart stabbed home from close range and Juventus claimed the title. It's finished Canberra Juventus 2. ANU 1.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome all. I'd like to start off by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land we are meeting on, the Ngunnawal, the Canberra people, and pay our respects to their elders past, present and future. We celebrate and support the continuation of cultural, spiritual and educational practices of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. On behalf of Capital Football, I'd like to thank you all for being a part of the competition this season, and we hope you've enjoyed playing in the 2025 Capital Football competitions. I'd like to thank the match officials for all their hard work throughout the season. Thank you also to the volunteers of all the clubs that put in efforts every weekend. Football wouldn't be the same without you. Thank you, well done. Volunteers, players and everybody that put in their efforts. Before our presentation starts, I'd like to welcome Kim Ward, board member of Canberra Football. And we begin our presentation today with the Golden Boot Award, which isn't to one of the members of the two teams playing, but it is to a member of Canberra Olympic, Abdullah Ibrahim. And I believe Abdullah is here. If Abdullah would come forward and present it and get his award, please. Okay, Abdullah's not here, we'll make sure he does get that. Up first are our match officials today, who were, first of all, referee Ben Cracknell, assistant referee 1 Cameron Wallace, assistant referee 2 Vince Constantini, and fourth official, Lachlan Lee Jack. Show your appreciation for our match officials for the great job they have done today and throughout the 2025 season. Thank you, referees. On to the grand final match. Congratulations to both teams for making it this far in the competition, and the match was indeed a closely fought affair, with the result being Canberra Juventus 2, ANU 1. The grand final player of the match for the men's under-23 is the goalkeeper for ANU, Ari Fagales. Oh, sorry, Ari Fagales. Sorry, Ari. I'd now like to welcome the captain of ANU, Noah Edwards, come forward, say a few words, introduce their team, receive not only the runners-up medals, but the premiership medals as well. Congratulations, ANU, on a very good season.
Yeah, I'm really bad at speeches, so bear with me. Firstly, I'd like to thank Capital Football for making today possible and the whole season. It's been great, so thank you so much. Not often do you get to come out here, play with the crowd, play in a stadium, so thank you so much for that. I'd like to thank the referees. It's a thankless and tough job, and you guys did great today, and you've done great all season, so thank you so much. Without you guys, I could never go. On to Canberra Juve. Too good today. You've been great all season, and you were great today. I'd like to also give a shout out to your fans. I'm sure maybe not the biggest supporters today, but it's great to see football alive and well in Canberra, and no matter which team, thank you for coming out today. here to you. I'd like to thank everyone coming out today for us as well. We really appreciate it. Both bringing our team and people supporting and friends over there. On to our coaches and the board, thank you so much for making everything happen this season. Cross, Shep, Jake and Rab. Maybe we can get Rab to smile today, you never know. And then, that was funny, I promise. And on to our boys, unlike today, we played really well. It's been a great season, won the premiership and couldn't ask for a better bunch of blokes to call my friends. So thank you. Oh, I don't know last names, okay. So, is this for the premiership medal? Okay, for the run-up and premiership medal, we got Pickles, McDonald's. I'm going to go with names. My man of the match, Ollie, our goalkeeper. Ethan Berman, for Burma. Benny Hatfield. Matty Gabriel. Jamal. Harry. Benny Ward. Satch. Jan. Dobby. Karma. Beck. Coops. Grandy. And Stryda Park Shep. And Jack.
And Noah gives his medal to 2025 Premiers ANU. Well done to ANU. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the men's Under-23 Grand Final, I'd like to welcome captain of Juventus, Noah Logan. Come forward, say a few words, introduce his team, and we'll see you later.
First of all, thanks to Canberra Football and all the rest for another good season. Doesn't go ahead without you guys, so thank you. Congratulations to ANU on another great season. First place, well done. Well deserved. 5 great matches against you guys this year, so it's been good, real fun. Thanks to all the crowd, every week, all the volunteers in the care team. We love it. We appreciate all the support you guys, and it's great. To the boys, good season. We just missed out at first place, but we said at the start of the year we wanted to win this comp, and we did it. So proud of each and every one of you. So yeah. Angus, John, Ryan, James, Stryda, Alex Costa, Mateo, Jasper, Rock, Josh Kelly, Alex Drowsy, Many Babs. Adam Gonzalez. Wolf. Chirac. Mark Georgie. Winner. Paolo. Neil. Giovanni. And Matt Darby. Thank you, Michael.
And one to Noah. Well done, Noah Logan. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your men's under-23 grand final winners are Juventus. Well done, Canberra Juventus. The next game this afternoon is the Capital Premier League Men's First Grade Grand Final, and that will be between Canberra Olympic FC and ANU, and that match will kick off at 2:30 p.m.